Hi guys. Hi. Hi Eccentric. Hi Fatal. Hi Will. Hi. Is the music too loud? Just tell me. I'm gonna get a mic. It's time. Like just a little Bluetooth mic for my phone. What's this? Hello. Hi Jason. Hi Waleed. I was thinking of you. Because I was like, he wasn't on last week. I was wondering how your year was going and how school was going. Did your encouragements? Yeah, it was like, oh, I have this option. I don't know. Yeah, of course they did. You know they did. You know they did. The music is great. What music did I choose? Cool. I need to listen to it more often. I need to like put it on in the mornings. Hi Stella, how are you doing? Hi Andres. Hi Matthew. Sorry. Stella, I'm really sorry to hear that. I've been thinking about you and her. Sorry. I'm glad it was peaceful. Oh. Happy birthday. I mean, that can be a nice thing. It means that every birthday you get to think about her. Yeah. Okay, I need to like... It is a vibe. For any of you guys who need playlists to listen to, is this... the channel's called like Ophelia Wild. And they're just like these lovely, 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 like almost like light academia piano songs. And I'm obsessed. She's my go-to. Yeah. I know. It's gonna calm down. Jolie. Hi, Snarly Fox. Soul Reaper, thank you so much. That's so nice of you to really like, yeah, let me express myself. Ram Karan, hi. Cool, Ben. That sounds awesome. Hi. Does it really? I'm Op Gamer. I want to trust you and believe that that you're a good guy, but I'll just take it for your word. I'm not gonna repeat it, but thank you. Roblox guy, yo. I don't know what that means. Yeah, the mod is on here, don't worry. Eccentric has got it under control. Guys. He's got it. Also, my eyes might look a little like... I was doing some gua sha, so So I went a little rough, but needed to be done. Okay. What's going on today? So far, a really lovely day. Chill January. I'm really excited about what I want to talk about today. In a roller thingy, but you have no idea how to use them. Okay. I got you. I got you. You're dealing with like fascia, which is like, think of it like lace or like strands of hair. Okay, so you're not actually going for the muscle when you're using a gua sha or roller. You're going for like fascia, and look it up if you want to know what that actually is. They're like these fibrous tissue, okay? And the same way that like if you were to brush your hair, you wouldn't like attack it. You would like slowly kind of tease it out. So it's like, it feels actually like very gentle and superficial, but that's what you're going for. And so the best way to use like any of those things is just really gentle, really slow. And you'll like, when you get it, you'll feel it, that it's like this, yeah, it's like brushing hair. So that's how you want to use it, okay? It feels nice. You can also just use your hands. Like a gua sha is just a stone, like it's not magic. Cut back on food. Cool. Gonna lose some weight? I don't know. No, don't use oils, actually. Oils like will mean that you can't get a grip. So actually like you want a bit of a grip. Yeah. You don't need the oils. Oils are just gonna make it like too superficial. You're just gonna be sliding around. It's doing something, but it's like not necessarily what you need. But you actually like, yeah, you want some stick. Can you, well, of course, yeah. Nighttime skincare, it should like feel nice. Yes, don't ever think of it like something you have to do. Think of it as something you get to do. 2 long shifts, whoa, fatal. Let's just do a live on skincare, let's do it. Actually, I do kind of want to talk about skincare. A little bit is gonna come up. Maybe I can segue into that. Yeah, because yeah, to wind down before bed. Okay, fatal, you can do it. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling thanks for asking. Overall, like, good, really, really good. And chill and kind of content and warm. So that's how I'm feeling today. I got like a cozy white sweater on. I just feel a bit luxe and a bit cozy. It was your entire personality for a while? Yo, I remember being super into skincare before everyone else was. My roommate was like, what are you doing? like I would watch, just as like fun entertainment, chill, wind down, I would just like watch skincare videos, and she's like, that sounds so boring. And then I got her into it, and then the whole world got into it. I think like it's falling away a little bit, but yeah. The thing about skincare is it's like, you know how it has been proven that like what you think of a bottle of wine, if you know that a bottle of wine is super expensive, you're gonna like endow it with these qualities. You're gonna be like, oh, this is really nice wine. And you're gonna be tasting it and you're gonna be savoring it and you're gonna have it with a special meal with like special people. You're gonna treat it a certain way. And then you're gonna be like, yes, it's definitely worth the money. It's definitely worth it. This definitely works. Okay? I wanna suggest that you're doing that with everything, always. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily think like more expensive is better, because you might have a belief system that like doesn't say that. But if someone recommends something and like they really like it, you're already gonna relate to it in a certain way. And if you have any like past experiences or any knowledge about like the ingredients or just even like a feeling about the packaging, you're gonna treat it a certain way. There's like a million different factors, but like what you think of your skincare and how you like relate to it is gonna matter. So this might sound really crazy, but when I'm like putting on my skincare, I'm like, oh, my skin loves this. Like, oh, my skin really likes all the products that I use, and I always like find the right products, and I always get the right products, and like I'm like intuitively led to do the right things for my skin. But yeah, mostly it's like, oh, my skin loves this. When I remember to think that as I'm applying it, like, oh yeah, my skin really loves this, that makes me feel like I'm doing this really great thing for myself, you know? And that's gonna have ripple effects. As opposed to if I had a kind of mindset like, I have to do this, otherwise my skin will freak out or something, or like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or any kind of thought I might have about that, I'm gonna like get the effects of that too, you know? So that's actually like the self-care. Like self-care is a it's a mindset. It's like, this is, you have to create the idea that like, this is so good for me. This is so good for me. Yeah. It's also why, for what it's worth, like taking skincare recommendations, yes, it might be that like they have other things with their skin, or they're trying to achieve something that like you're not actually interested in. But like, you want to look actually at how they are with their skincare. Like, like people are like, I love this, and they're like, this is my ride or die, like this is my girl, and they're like, they've created this bond to like a moisturizer or a serum or something. You want to have that. Like, that's actually the most important element that they're showing you in that moment, is that like, yes, it's got my back. It's good. I'm like creatively involved, so we're having lots of discussions. Still in beginning phases. Yeah, okay. I think I just want to I want to launch into what I really want to talk about what I want to talk about today. That's me and your favorite sunscreen. What's your favorite sunscreen? Sorry. I should just do like a skincare video. I have two favorite sunscreens. I don't know off the top of my head. Your skin's not good. Yo, let's change that. Let's change that. First of all, don't say that about your skin. Your skin's beautiful. It keeps all the stuff in. And it is beautiful. It's working. Your skin's like working, but let's change that. Let's change how you relate to your skin. So yeah, like I'm doing some of the writing. Really? That was your fave? Okay, sorry. That was like so judgmental. Really? No, people love La Roche. La Roche. Yeah. She's been popular in Canada for a while. Yeah. I like, for what it's worth, like Skin 1004. They're like Cica serum. They have this whole like Cica line, but they have like a sunscreen. Ooh, it's so nice. It's so nice. That and the Beauty of Joseon. Like, come on. She's that girl. The Beauty of Joseon, she is that girl. She knows it. And you put the Beauty of Joseon on, and people are like, "Oh my god, your skin is so glowy," and you're like, "Yeah, it's it's not me. It's not me. It's her. She's doing all the heavy lifting." Okay, you guys are distracting me. Okay, also, we're gonna like intend that my jaw loosens during this talk. I think maybe it did loosen overnight, and that's why I woke up and it is sore. So we're gonna put out the intention that, yeah, she's gonna calm down. Everything is a she now. Should I name my masseter? Okay. I'm really excited to talk about this. Thank you, Andres. I want to suggest that you are, like we talked about with the skincare, that you're actually in a relationship with everything in your life. With like life itself. That's the big picture I'm gonna get to. That you're actually in a relationship with it. And for what it's worth, if you feel like, no, I'm not, that's a relationship too. That we're always like relating to things. There's like a that over there, and there's an us over here, and we're creating this sense of like of what that thing is and what we are based on like how we're both interacting or how we're like treated by the other. Okay, so with the skincare, that's why I'm like, you're actually in a relationship with it. Even if you're like, that's not important to me, like, or I don't value that, or like that's over there, or like that doesn't affect me. That's what I mean about like, that is a kind of relationship. You know what I mean? And not to get like too psychoanalytical, but if you do look at like early childhood, or yeah, if you look at early childhood and the relationships that were formed then, you might notice that those like relationship dynamics are playing out in almost, I'm not going to say like every other relationship, but like in a lot of places. In a lot of places, and might be the default. Except for like, you might have exceptions to the rule where you're like, oh, but this friend like is the exception to the rule. Great, but then they're the exception. And the default is this kind of like background noise that you just have taken for granted as like being how things relate to you, like how life relates to you, how life thinks of you, how life treats you, or like how, and I'm saying like life or like how people treat you, that you kind of have this background noise and you take it for granted that it's just normal. That it's just normal based on your perceptions of like what that outside thing is. What those like outside people are, like where they can put their time, where they can put their attention, where they can put their love or their trust or their faith or their support. So you have like just assumptions about that, and then you also have like assumptions about you and what you deserve and what's like normal and natural for you to receive from all the other things outside in your life. Okay, so I want to go like big picture, and then maybe we can scale it down a bit and look at specific things. But this struck me like really recently that I want you to, I try not to use the word God on my channel, because, and also just, I think God is this very like human figure, which is interesting in and of itself. But the like the symbolism, or like the images, I'm gonna rather say like the images that we like put on things is gonna affect like how we relate to it. So I'm gonna kind of like sweep a bunch of things into like one category, which is like God, the universe, life, experience itself, like just like beingness or like being alive or life. I want to say like they're all the same thing. It's like this perpetual like thing that you're interacting with, that you're like swimming in, that you're a part of, that you are. So let's just say life for a second. and and as you're like living life, you're in life, you're like waking up and going to bed and trying to like do your little thing in this like cocooned bubble. You actually do have an assumption about like what it thinks of you, about what it like, how much it's there for you, how much it esteems you or respects you, or like how much it supports you, how much maybe it tries to get in the way or sabotage you, maybe how much like it punishes you if you have like negative things. um and if you take like a look at kind of your relationship to your parents or maybe like your siblings or like older people in your life that had control over you, and like, I want you to see the correlations that possibly might exist there. So, for instance, if you had like a story of neglect and you're like, oh, the people in my life are like too busy for me. Okay, just stay with me. The people in my life are too busy for me. They have their own things going on. I need to be understanding of that. I need to be respectful of that. I can't expect them to drop everything for me. I can't expect them to be there for me. I need to be self sufficient. I need to take care of myself, and then people will like me, will like approve of me. But for the most part, I'm on my own. I'm on my own, okay? And anytime I feel like I need help, that's a failing on my part. That's like that's a failing on my part. I'm not doing enough. I need to be more self-sufficient. I can't expect things to be there for me. Okay. So I have this belief based on how I was raised, and like the people were like teaching me like that's right, that's the best way to be a human being. This is how life is. This is what's right. Okay, then I have this association that like that's like how the universe is. That's how God is. That's how life is. That's how experience is. That's how beingness is. That's how like waking up is like, and just like moving around my life is that I'm like mostly alone. It's kind of like detached and just like doesn't have time for me, isn't there for me, isn't isn't really interested in me, or maybe is like, oh, when is she gonna get it together? Like she just like needs to be doing other things, or like I don't know what she's doing, but I'm not a part of it. Or any of that, okay? And that's your relationship. That's your relationship. You don't expect much from it. It doesn't expect much from you. You're kind of like these weird cousins that know each other, but you don't really know each other. Okay, that might be like a certain kind of relationship. Or there might be some kind of belief system that, like, oh, things let you down. Like, circumstances let you down, people let you down, or they like abandon you, or they leave you, or they push you too hard. You might have a complete opposite belief where like it's not that there was like any kind of story of neglect. It's like, oh, they were like way too much in your business, way too much, constantly like forcing themselves on you, constantly like trying to manage you, manipulate you, use you, like push you, direct you, like insert themselves into your life in some way. Cool. So now you're going to have this relationship to the universe that's like, it's always like trying to manage me. It thinks it knows better. It's trying to like get me to do things. And it's going to feel like, already just talking about that, I'm like, cool, that's very crunchy. In a way, it's nice compared to the other one because it's like at least that like that that like presence over there, at least it like at least it thinks I'm important enough to do all those things. At least it is like giving me some kind of attention, but it always thinks it knows better. And it's like, it's very forceful, it's very like judgmental, it's very controlling, it's very like, it's got me a bit in a vice, right? Trying to like move me around like a doll. And I mean, I could keep like listing possibilities for this, but I want you to see that like there actually is this kind of like push and pull, this like this relativity that you have with life itself, about what it thinks about you and how it relates to you. And we love the things that love us. Like, we feel good about the things that make us feel good. The more that someone like shows up for you, the more that someone like makes you feel good, or like gives you what you need, or gives you what you want, or like, I think that's what it comes down to. The more that something like delivers in the way that like you're really feeling like you need, the more that you're going to like trust and love and care for that person. And so if you at times have felt like I don't know if I like life. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I trust it. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm gonna guess that you like, you feel a mirror, you're responding to like a mirror reaction, that you feel that life kind of has that opinion about you. Like her. I don't know if this is worth our time. I don't know. What's going on with her? What's she doing? What's she doing over there? Okay. And I'm gonna tie it all together. And once you realize that like you're swimming in a certain kind of water, you're creating a kind of relationship, that you're creating it day by day as you choose to interact with it, as you choose to choose it. You can choose something else. You know actually what kind of relationship you want, because it's the kind you're like constantly trying to get. It's the kind you're constantly seeking out. It's the kind you're like fantasizing about, wanting, being jealous of. Like, you're just not giving it to yourself because you think it's not right in some way. So what is the relationship that you would actually want, and give it to yourself? Meaning, like, it's not true. Nothing is inherently true. It's not true that the universe is like trying to control you. Why do you think that? It's not true that the universe like doesn't care about you, or it's not even true that the universe like infinitely supports you. I'm going to say that, like, these are all like choices. These are all possibilities. So what do you want? And, and I think like it's going to be personal, but for me, it's like, give it the most nurturing, most supportive, most caring, most like loving, most prioritizing. Give it all the things that you're hungry for. Give it like those qualities, and give it that care towards you. Give it that relationship, or like relating to you, that it thinks these things about you, that it's like there for you, that it's supporting you, that it's loving you the most. You're its most precious thing. And every day it's there. Every moment it's there. Everything that you think, that you feel, it's validating. It's holding. And it's like, it's impressed with you. It's not trying to get you to like come up to its level. Do you know what? It's not like frustrated with you. It's not impatient with you. It's not confused by you. It's not like given up on you. None of that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. You're out front. You're out front leading this. And it's just going along with it. And it wants to give you everything. Anything that you select, it's like, yes, amazing. Because you're in charge. It wants you in charge. And I've been playing with this since like last night. Yeah. And this feels like such a missing piece that people maybe like gloss over, or it gets swept under, or it just feels like we're not allowed to think that way. We're not allowed to think that like I'm important, I matter on like a cosmic scale. Um, that it's not rational to think that way. But what if it is? What if it's the most rational? And I want to say this too because I don't know if any of you guys feel this, but sometimes I have felt like I choose wrong, like I can't trust myself. Like there's some like life is like this parental figure that's like, what's she doing now? And I do feel like there's this messaging out there that it's like, oh honey, you're like so small and stupid, and the universe is trying to teach you lessons, because you're so small. And okay, if that's like really comforting to you, great, great. But it might be perpetuating this idea that like that you're incapable, and that this thing is withholding a lesson, is like, Melissa should get it when she gets it. And that again is just like something patterned into you from the relationships in your life, and it's not actually true. Like, what if you're out in the lead? What if you're out creating and selecting and choosing, and the universe or like life or is like 100% behind you, is like excited for all of your choices, is excited by everything that you bring, that you just like inherently bring to every moment. That it's like, this is the analogy I came up with, like, what if it's like a wedding planner, okay? And the wedding planner has like lots of resources, lots of ideas, lots of experience, but it's your little wedding, okay? Your life, your existence, your experience, moment by moment, like, it's your wedding. You're the bride. And if you're like, we're gonna go with blue, it's like, amazing, what a great choice. Like, it's so excited for all of your choices. And it trusts your choices. Because it is your life. There's not like some like cosmic agenda that it's like, you better graduate soon. You better get with what are all these lessons? What is the you better graduate. Come on. Maybe like we're here because we're supposed to be here, not like we're here so that we don't need to be here anymore. That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe like this is the most exciting place to be. And choosing and selecting is the most exciting thing to do. And it supports you, and it's like 100% behind your choices. 100%. Just wants you to make more of them. Yes. It's just always saying yes. It's just always supportive. It's just always like is loving and like admiring and wanting and choosing you. Choosing you every moment, choosing you. And I think this like really changes if I think about just like being present or like being in the moment, that kind of like tucked in feeling, I just feel tucked in. I feel swaddled. I feel like it's mine. I feel like life is mine. It belongs to me, and therefore I can belong to it. So that's like the big picture that I want to offer you all. And I want you to really look at this and like maybe look at, not like too darkly or deeply, but look at maybe like your assumptions about how people relate to you, and ask yourself if you might be transferring that or like carrying that over into how you think life relates to you, how you think life works for you, how you think life supports you or is there for you. And just always, what is it you want? What is it? What is it? What is it you want? What is it that's missing? What is it that, like, if it were there, you would feel so safe, so protected? You would feel like you could conquer or do anything. And just have it be there. Just give it to yourself. Just have it be there. Like, what if you're not alone? I mean, you're not. Like, you do know that, right? Like, you're not. So stop creating that. What if you're, like, really, really not alone? And everything wants you. Everything wants you. This makes me think of the Mary Oliver poem. I'm gonna record that. The Mary Oliver poem. Should I pull that out? You guys know what I'm talking about. Do you know? Uh-huh. Like the wild geese one, right? Where it's like, you do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal that is your body love what it loves. Like, you belong and you're chosen and you're here. And it's like so happy that you're here. And whatever you need, whatever you want, whatever you love, whatever you choose, it's like so behind. It's behind you. It's with you. It's supporting you. It's gonna help make it happen. It's your friggin' little wedding planner, and it's gonna make it happen for you. You haven't heard it. Do you want me to read the whole poem? If you guys want me to read the whole poem, I can. I'm gonna read the poem. Okay. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. So that's like big image, but I also want you, again, I just want to offer that everything in your life is there for you to relate to and to select the relationship to if you want it. If you want it. So imagine that everything is supporting you. Everything is there for you. Is there for you. It's not just like randomly placed. It came into your life. It came for you. It like is providing something. This to me is like different from gratitude. This is like, it's just like you're supported. You just have and have and have and have. And you have so much that you can even select like not having, because you think that that will give you something. It will just give and support for whatever experience that you think you need in that moment. It's your wedding planner. It will give the objects. It will give the friends. It will give the relationships. It will give like the experiences or the circumstances, or like, and it'll give like the good and the bad, because like you're assuming that maybe like you need to go through certain things. but it's your wedding planner and you get to plan this. You get to plan this. And you're choosing. You're choosing. It's responding to you. It knows, like, you're in charge. Sorry, babe, you're in charge. You can be like, surprise me. Sure, surprise me, but it's still gonna try to please you. It's still gonna try to support you in whatever way that you've decided you need support. So everything is relating to you and choosing you and wanting you. And choose the best. Like, choose the most fulfilled version of yourself, always. Just choose it. And trust that, like, everything wants to give it to you. Alexander, I would just, like, so you're choosing that. By saying that, you're choosing that. And I understand that, like, you might have evidence that suggests the opposite. But if you were to choose differently of, like, things always go my way, actually things always go my way. They go my way so much that when I say they don't go my way, they're like, okay. Quickly, have things not go his way. Quickly, rearrange the furniture. So instead you can just, like, change that statement. Choose something different. They go my way. And I choose the best for me. And it might not be immediate. It's not like, but don't get frustrated if, like, you get conflicting evidence. Just, like, keep persisting with that idea that things are always going my way. Things are always going my way. They have to. They have to. How does saying it make it so? Because it's not, there is no, like, it's a matter of perspective. It's not true that nothing goes your way. I think you know that. It's not true. If it were true that, like, nothing goes your way. So, like, you go to order a Subway sandwich and, like, oh, you ask for tuna and you get chicken and, like, it happens every time or something. It's not true. You're, like, selecting things that prove that. But it's not true. There's too many data points. There's too much happening. Some things must be going your way. You're just, like, choosing to focus on a certain aspect to prop up that belief. But you can choose differently. You can choose differently, and then, like, the supporting evidence will come in because you're always right. I choose you. That's so cute. I love that. That's amazing, eccentric. Yeah, what Pokemon are you choosing? Come on. Cool, Jason. Saying it does make it so. You're always right. You're always proving yourself right. Don't speak against yourself. It is all about perspective. That's all you have. That's all you're actually, like, in at any moment in time. You're just in a state. You're just in a certain perspective. You're just, like, a point in a prism. Or, like, a prism, like, you get what I mean. You're just, like, a certain, like, place looking. And the only way that anything ever changes is you just, like, look from a different vantage point. Thanks, Private. I think if you get this and, like, you really take it on, like, your whole life is gonna change. If you just take the idea that everything is supporting you, always, And it's just that it's been supporting you because like you thought you needed certain things, or you thought certain things were right, or you thought like you had to follow certain belief systems, or that things had to go a certain way for you. And it's been behind that, right? It's like, okay, okay, okay. And then you blame it for delivering. It's you. You're out front. Pono. Yes. Yes. Pono. I mean, Ho'oponopono is really just like being what you choose to see in the world. For you guys who don't know, it's like, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you, please forgive me. Maybe. I'm apparently very handsy right now. I don't know what that is, well. Yes, private. Nothing, I have something, at least something, in the works, but nothing I can really talk about concretely yet. Gaming is good. Really? That's great. Yeah, I've gotten back into video games, like playing them. Why don't I develop my channel? I've had reasons. I don't have an excuse. So, I was looking at like a thumbnail from a past video, like a while back, and I was like, oh, that's why. Yeah. If you're not choosing, I'm also going to say this, if you're not choosing, you're just going to go by default. And something's going to show up anyway. And you're going to go through the motions of doing something, getting the same results, and being frustrated, but like feeling like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So choose. And be aware. Be like aware of what you're living into. Not judging it, just like, oh, what was I doing? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I need to learn sign language. You believe in me, thank you. That's really nice. I think I needed to know that more. I've been reading fan fiction. Okay. And part of what I love about it is you get to see all the shout outs from the writers as they're writing the chapters, and they're like, oh my god, thank you so much for all the support, guys. And it's like this dialogue that's going on with the audience and the author at the same time as they're writing it, and you see how much that actually does impact the creation of it. That like, it's this it's this like team effort almost. And it really changes. Sometimes we can look at like a finished product, whatever it might be, and think like, oh, the person just did that on their own, or they just did it anyway, or all these things. But it's like, it's a dialogue, it's a relationship. It's like they were supported, and they were like willing and vulnerable enough to make something and not know how it would be received and do it anyway. Not WAP, AO3. I'm doing AO3. Hi, Enrico. Hey, how are you? How's teaching? Bruno, you want it? I've decided that my style is either like supremely big or supremely small. I'm only interested in wearing crop tops or oversized shirts. I got it. Aerie? I think I got it from Aerie. It is challenging. Yep. What are you teaching? My sister's a teacher. Okay. The thing about this music is it's so chill, it puts me to sleep. Your sister's a teacher. Robin? Is that her name? Teachers! Unite! Yeah, with a Y. My sister's dog, sorry, is Robin. What do you teach private? Math. Of course, math. Assisting at gym. Very cool. Math. I love math. Okay. Thanks for being here. English. Well, great. Sorry, I think you guys are interesting and amazing. She has a Labradoodle. Of course. Whoa. Teacher household. That makes sense. Do I have anything in common with my faith character? Yeah, of course. I'm an optimist. Of course, that's what you do as an actor. You just like choose aspects of yourself to put to the front. It's like occlumency. Yeah, of course. Faith is like very, very much like a mediator, you know, like a connector. Like, and I think women can fall into that really easily of like, I'm gonna be the glue. I'm gonna bridge this gap. I'm gonna get everyone like on the same page. So, yes, I have those aspects. And I'm gonna like be what I think is like needed for in this situation. I'm gonna be like what those people need in this situation. She's a bit of a chameleon. Was she a victim? I think she got out from one situation with her family and put all of those things So I think she felt victimized by her family and then thought she was like empowered and like in her own control by choosing another family. But really, she was just living out the same dynamics. So was she a victim? Yes, but it's because it's because she wasn't actually, she didn't recognize that she was doing it. Your kid dressed as Faith for Halloween. That's so cool. It was based on. I've been good. You always wanted to. Thanks for telling me that. That's really amazing. I bet she looked really cute. Will there be more than one live in the week? There can be. Um, there can be if that's something you guys would like. If I could enter the bliss, would I? Yeah, I think I would. I'm thinking about it. I think I have. In a certain way. I think we all have in a certain way, you know? The right people could have saved Faith. Yeah. I think she just saw herself as being someone that was like used and taken advantage of, and that's the only way that people would like accept her, want her, choose her, use like be with her, that she was a tool. So that's the kind of like, that's the only kind of love she could get. That's the only kind of family she could get. And if someone had actually like been like, I don't want anything from you, I don't need anything from you, and I'm still here, yeah, she could have had a different ending. But she deceived people. Yeah, because she was a good girl. Like, I know that's... More lives. Yeah, you guys want more lives? Hands up. It wasn't my choice. I don't know what happened there with production. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think it might be more useful for me to put out more videos. Like, I'm willing to do more lives, but only if you guys are like interested in asking me questions, I think, and that I can just like respond to. Like more of a conversation, I think would be, I would be more open to doing a live like that. I don't know. Guys, I still haven't played Far Cry. Hands. Okay. More lives. Yeah, why not? All right, I'm gonna go. This was swell. No, this was really nice and chill. And I just feel like I'm hanging out with my friends, so thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Matthew. Yeah, I hope you like the ASMR. Is it ASMR? I hope you like the video I put out on the channel this week. I know you liked it. I love it, and I made it almost just for myself to play and put on, and and I thought, why not share it with everyone else? And if you want more of that kind of thing, like let me know, like write it in the comments or something. Or if you want me to cover a specific topic, I personally find like affirmation loops really helpful, just to remind myself, and like again be like, oh, there's this other thing that's like possible that we could be choosing. I find it really helpful for that. And yeah, so let me know if you want more of that, and I'll probably make more of it anyway. But it's good if you let me know. And if you want like a personalized one too, I'm happy to do that, because I don't know, I'm happy to do it for you. Okay. I love you guys so much. Don't forget that you're chosen, you're supported, you are loved, you are prioritized, you are important, you are powerful, you are beautiful, you are everything, everything that you need to be right now in this moment. And that today is the best day, of your life. It's the best day of your life. It's happening right now. It's unfolding right now. It's so beautiful. It's so miraculous. And it's there. It's yours. It's yours. Okay? So enjoy it. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.